Welcome back to another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast with your host Apollo P and
No Better Nina.
And we're back again with another installation of this beautiful, this so
educational,
reckless based podcast. I'm here happy. It's in the morning. We're finally getting back into the swing of things. I've been slacking a little bit, but we're back.
You have schedule changes.
And I think exactly. And last week I felt the energy that we brought because it was in the morning that time, and now we're in the morning again, and I'm ready for it.
Yep.
Before we get into the podcast, actually, I was talking to someone yesterday. I'm moving a lot of stuff. You can hear in the background. I'm moving a lot of stuff. I should have been ready. So I was talking to someone yesterday, and they said that the fact that we talk about what we've been through throughout the week before we start into the actual podcast, the meat and potatoes. They like that.
Somebody said that to me too earlier on. I don't know if I told you that or not though.
Oh, was it a girl who said that to you?
Yeah, my best friend. She told me because we were talking about taking that out or something.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Don't take it out. I actually like it."
Oh, for real?
I'm like, okay.
All right, so we're keeping it in, and it's like it's a refresher for people who
For people who want to stalk us.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
People want to know what we do, like the nuances into our life before we do this podcast. They'll let us see. The things that we don't post on social media.
Yep.
Things that we may forget on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fits that we have, but we didn't take pictures in. Yeah, I got to start taking pictures.
Times.
I'm going to start taking pictures of myself more often because I'm looking at my gram and I'm like, yo, boy, you could dress, but you ain't showing it.
You need a friend who could take good pictures of you.
That's exactly. With this iPhone 10, I should be going off.
Yeah, you should.
I know.
I have a designated picture friend.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is it Brittany?
And I make her stand. She has to stand on, because I'm taller than her. I make her stand on a chair to get it at the right angle and everything. But yeah.
All right. So you go first. How's your week been?
It's been good. I didn't do well. We had a listener appreciation party.
Oh yeah, how was it?
#. It was cool. I broke a nail while I was bowling, so honestly, I went home the next day and I took all my nails off. And I feel so weird. I feel like I have naked nubs.
You took all of them off because you just had one broken one?
Literally. Oh no, because I broke another one just before that, and then on the same hand, I broke another nail when we were bowling, and that shit hurt. It snapped back. Oh shit. And so I just took them all off, but I'm getting a new set on Friday, so I'm good.
Aren't you supposed to put that nail strengthener on it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna get new nails on Friday, so I'm just letting them breathe for now. But the bowling thing was cool. Solitaire previewed some new music, which was cool.
Is he a rapper?
Yeah, he used to be a rapper back in the day. Did you not know that? I mean, I didn't know that either. Well, no, I did because they told me, but I never listened to him, but I have friends who listen to him. You didn't know that? I
thought he was a studio guy, an engineer.
He is now. He's a producer now, mostly a producer now.
Okay.
But he was in a group with Choclair and somebody else.
Hold on, he was in soccer. Yeah, Solitaire's Canadian legend.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want to lie, but that's kind of lit.
Yeah. So now he does a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but he previewed some new music, which was cool.
Yeah.
I got a lot of leftover cake to take home, and then later on that night I went to one of my friends is launching a website for his personal training thing. Which was honestly, it was actually really it wasn't what I expected it to be. I guess because everybody there knew each other and everyone was from Vaughan.
Yeah.
Literally everybody was on the wall. I kid you not, Brittany was the only person dancing. No joke, no word of a lie. Everyone was on the wall just talking to each other because everyone knew each other. So it was kind of weird. I didn't really it was awkward. Not awkward, but
Hold on, my question, was this the party that you were supposed to dance to, or was it a mixer?
Okay, I mean, he said it was a party because I asked Brittany to ask him first. I was like, is this going to be a mix and mingle, or is it going to be an actual party? And she's like, he said an actual party. So I'm like, okay, let me get there. And it was more of a mix and mingle than anything, which was still cool. I still had fun. And then, that's pretty much it. Now I've just been getting shit ready for my party this weekend. And
it's this weekend?
Yeah, it's on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn it. I'm going to be seeing you very soon then.
You're coming?
No, we're going to be recording.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, I think I want to change the day of that.
What's the day?
I think I want to change it to Sunday.
You want to go to Sunday?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm off
okay,
on
perfect.
Sunday.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And yeah. How about you?
All right, so me personally, what I've done since the last time been working this new job, like I was said, like last episode. My feet hurt. I bought some insoles because I gotta wear safety shoes for that bitch.
But your feet, okay, because safety shoes, never mind. 'Cause I was gonna say, you used to work somewhere else where you had to stand all the time too, so.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah, but like, let me just tell you, safety shoes is, because I'm working on a hard floor, on a hard floor, and safety shoes are hard themselves, right? And I'm walking for hours and it's just, it hurts. So I bought insoles thinking that's going to be a little better.
Yeah.
Them insoles don't even help too. Like, my feet were starting to hurt like after 6 hours in. I'm like,
because, wait, did you use your benefits to get them?
Insoles?
Yeah.
No, I went to Walmart and bought some shit.
You probably have them under your benefits. You could probably get real proper ones.
Insoles?
Yeah. Now that you say that, you probably could check.
Oh, for real? Like, what is that, under health or orthotics?
Orthotics.
Let me see. I gotta check.
Yeah, check and see. Because you could probably get actual proper ones that will actually help you.
Because I woke up the next morning after the first day and the second day, and I just felt my legs just hurt, and I was walking with a limp and shit like that. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. All right, so after that, too, I've been on the hunt to see if I could get some orthodontic treatment. So on Friday, I went to one place, and he hit me with a price. I'm thinking he's taxing me.
Yeah.
But he also showed me his black card after too.
Oh.
Which is, I don't know if all dentists have black cards, but he showed me his black card, and I was like, all right, I'm in
credit card?
Yeah, it's a credit. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. If you know someone has a black card, they making fucking money.
Yeah.
And so I looked at him. He showed me the black card. It's metal.
Why did he show it to you?
I don't
brag.
I don't know. It was, I guess, but I also
my orthodontist never showed me it.
I don't know. I have that effect on people. So what happened? He was talking about something, and I referenced like a black card or something. He was like, "I got one."
Damn, he's just really trying to rub it all in your face.
He was like, "I got one." He could have just let that slide, but he's like, "I got one." I'm like, "Let me see." He's like, "I'm gonna show it to you." I'm gonna show it to you. So after he gave me the rundown with the whole like if I want to go with Invisalign and braces and things like that, and its price and how it's gonna duration of treatment between like some type of months, he came back and was like, "Yo, here's a black card." So I held it for a little bit. It was metal. He's like, "It's metal." I'm like, "Yo, this is some real money." He said, "I've been doing dentistry for 25 years now."
Damn.
And it was like, damn, you've been doing this shit as long as, well, not as long as it's born.
Almost as long as you've been alive.
I'm like, damn. He was like, what did he say? He was like 53 years old?
Damn.
Yeah.
So he started almost basically at your age.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was like, yo, you've been putting in work as long as I've been living.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. So.
One of my orthodontists, sorry, this is like a side note.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I remember I was in high school and my orthodontist was like super nice. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. He literally reminded me of that old man in the movie. He was so sweet. And one day, one of my friends who went to the same orthodontist came to school. And like he comes up to me and he's like, "Nina." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Our orthodontist died." I'm like, "What do you mean he died?" He's like, "I swear to God, he died." I'm like, "My braces are still on my teeth. Like, what are you talking about?" Son. And like I started laughing because like it's not every day somebody comes up to you and says, "Yo, our orthodontist died." Like what? So I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the next time I went for my follow-up appointment, they were like, "Yeah, he died in his sleep, whatever." He was old, and he died in his sleep and stuff. And then they had some new orthodontist, and he was an asshole, and he took my braces off and said, "Good luck, you still need to get jaw surgery." And I was like, the other guy was trying to avoid that, but I never did it.
Dude said you need to get jaw surgery?
Yeah, I never did.
Eat a dick.
Yeah, I know. I should have. I never did the jaw surgery though because I was too scared. My sister did it.
He said that, hold on. All right, first off, I shouldn't say tell him to eat a dick. Well, how did he say you need jaw surgery? He was like, I would.
No, like it was already told to me before I got the braces and I was probably gonna need it.
Yeah.
But I just avoided that altogether because the recovery process is really crazy. And especially my sister did it 2-3 years ago, and seeing how how bad her recovery was like, I was like, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't do it. But at the same time, like, there's like days go by where you're like, oh, I wish I did it, or like, I don't know. But yeah, he didn't say it like in a rude way. It was already kind of known that I had to have done it. But he wasn't as hopeful as the dead orthodontist who was like, yo, keep this shit on. Like, we're going to fix it and make it work.
Yeah.
But I mean, my teeth are straight, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, so let me say, I went to another so I'm on this trail to see if I can find like, the best price and the best customer service or whatever best treatment I could get. So I go to this next place yesterday. It's in Brampton. I walked into the place and it was like, think about like the Walmart of, not Walmart, but it was dope. I walked in, it's like the Shoppers Mart of like dentists, because they even give you like a points card and shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then in the back, they have like this whole lane of just like dentist chairs and people getting worked on. It's just so high tech.
Yeah.
They're using new technology and shit like that. I'm looking like, damn, this is a motherfucking like really dope place. And then after I go through the whole orthodontic treatment and stuff like that, I see my whole teeth and thing like that. I'm like, yo, throw my whole jaw away. I don't want my mouth no more.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, we can fix it. We can fix it. I don't think she got understand my humor.
Yeah.
And so the dentist comes in. Oh, hold on. My thing is, yo, where the fuck are you like real like orthodontic is at? Because if I'm in your office and I'm waiting for you to come back, where the fuck are you at?
So sometimes they're like working on patients.
They're not
or, like
working
checking
on
their
nobody.
mouths. Yeah, my orthodontist used to actually like, because they have to actually put the little hooks on. Well,
Yeah.
when Invisalign wasn't around was when I had braces and I
Yeah.
had these fucking big silver things on my teeth. They actually have to go and like put those on and stuff and tighten them and make sure everything's good. So yeah, that's where they are.
Nah, bro. I'm in your office, motherfucker. Like, where are you? Like
It's
you.
like when you wait for a dentist.
Yeah, I pulled up in your office and you weren't there and left my stuff. And I came back, you still weren't there, and a whole another assistant comes in on computer typing up shit, and then you come in hunky hoary like, hey, my name is Doctor whatever. You come in, you see me for 5 minutes, you look at my mouth, you tell me this and that and this, and you tell me, yo, she'll be able to take care of the rest, and you leave, motherfucker.
What do you do?
What do you do? Yo, I see masters come out, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
But like the whole process was cool. They sent me like emails and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They showed me like a payment plan I could go. Like they really broke it down a lot. Like because other things don't do that. What I've seen like the ones I've been to didn't even do that.
Yeah.
They give me like a rough estimation of time. They tell me some other shit. They break it down, going like, yo, this and that. He was even graphic editing a little bit of my teeth to say like, yo, we could get you like shit like that.
That's how it could look. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, this looks cool.
That's good because like obviously you need that because you're the one who's like paying for it and stuff.
Yeah.
See, whereas for me, like I was in grade 7 when I got them, so
Yeah.
I didn't have to like worry about that shit.
Yeah. I like, I'm spending money on it. But I'm looking at another one. I'm looking at a whole bunch of ones. I'm trying to see the price range.
Yeah.
And then there's like this next one I saw on Instagram. I'm going to pull up there on Thursday.
Yeah.
And they said they cut out the middle cost and shit like that where it's more affordable and I can still get a good smile. So
Yeah. I guess I feel like when they know that like you're paying for it and
Yeah.
like you're still somewhat like you're still pretty young, they kind of try to work something
Yeah.
out. Or they at least make it seem like they're trying to work something out.
my thing is, 2018, a lot of shit should be a little bit more affordable. I'm just saying with the whole advancement of technology, there's certain things that shouldn't be so costly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm saying like why I'm saying that is because capitalism should have really cut out a lot of the costs. Like because everyone needs to go to a dentist just for basic cleaning. I think the
Yes.
basic cleanings are necessary
Yeah.
and shit like that. But like you talking about like what's the thing called?
Orthodontics.
Orthodontics, like new technology like Invisalign is cutting out braces and shit like
Yeah.
that. Motherfucker, that shit should be like this should be like 18 what's that thing called? Invisalign. There should be 18 Invisalign type companies out there that are putting out forward.
Oh, I see what you're talking.
You know what I
about.
mean?
Yeah,
Where it's like this is what capitalism is. All right. So like that one costs like say like a whole bunch of money and
The other
it's
one's
going through like
cheaper.
a dentist, but like another one is like this one's there and it's a little bit more cheaper. And
Like a name brand versus like a Louis Vuitton versus a Walmart purse, like something like that.
No. I'm not. No, no. What are you doing? No,
because I'm saying if there's like 18 other companies out there that
Yeah.
do Invisalign,
Mm.
so Invisalign would be like top of the line, like that's your
No,
Louis bag, whatever, and then you're going for then there's like other options which are like Walmart, and
no.
like
Well,
that kind of shit.
No,
that's my comparison.
you know what? Let me break it down for the people in you, Nina. Right.
Okay.
So name brand like a Louis Vuitton is just premium.
Okay.
Is a premium price point. It's a prestige price point for the upper echelon of people.
Society.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where that's their target market for people who make an insane amount of money and want to have that luxury brand look, right?
Okay.
That's for them. The Louis brand probably, the quality of it probably has deteriorated over time because, probably. Or I don't,
Yeah.
I don't have a Louis bag. But let's just say Louis
Because overhyped, maybe that's why.
it might be overhyped, but that shit goes to waste. Like Gucci belts. If you buy like a designer belt, those designer belts go to waste
I'm
extra
so
fast.
glad I never bought one in my entire life.
All right, so like see that. Like you got a Gucci belt, you spend like $120 on it.
Like 200 or
yeah.
400 more like.
Yeah, and then you wear it for like 2 months and that shit's deteriorated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got the look. Every time you walk outside your house, you sag your pants because you want to let the bitches know you got the Gucci on,
Yeah.
right? But I go to, let me say, a good, genuine quality leather belt that's premium in quality, but is less the cost because it doesn't have like a high labeled name brand attached to it, right? I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go with that because capitalism allows me and allows business to compete to get the money from the customers or the consumers, right?
Okay.
That's what capitalism is.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm not seeing a whole bunch of different brands do a whole bunch of different shit to capitalize on correction of teeth and shit like that, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this business, bro? You know what I mean?
See what you're saying. I get it.
I should be able to walk into like 3 different dentists' offices and get like 3 variation of prices.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you know what? I might go with that one because the customer service is good, or I might go with that. You know what? Everything should be based on customer service, to be honest with you.
In this case, yes.
In 2018, I'm talking about moving forward, everything should be based on customer service. How good do you make the consumer feel when they walk inside your establishment?
Yeah.
Is the service A1? Because at the end of the day, products shouldn't be like 1 in a million anymore. It's technology is there's way too much. And even if you had a patent, a motherfucker figure out a way to delete, swap out that shit.
All I want to say to you is when you do get the braces or Invisalign, good luck. Because I will never forget the days when the wire used to poke the back of my cheek and they used to give you this wax to put in the back of your mouth.
Yeah, they were talking about that.
If it really hurts.
I'm not doing that shit.
When they tighten your braces, that shit kills for like a good 24, 35 hours. Damn. And just like cleaning in between them. I used to do a really good job at cleaning. Like my orthodontist used to be shocked at how clean my teeth were. Because I have like OCD when it comes to like cleaning anything. But yeah, good luck.
You know what? I might get the little Invisalign shit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to really get this shit off.
Oh, and the elastics too.
For real?
Yeah, when you had to put those in, because my sister has Invisalign and she still has the Invisalign hooks on her teeth too.
Why? Until they get taken off?
But like she has them because she still technically has Invisalign, so she still has to put her elastics in and shit too. So. Yeah, good luck. I don't miss that.
Man, I'm really trying to have my shit for like 18 months. I'm not trying to do a whole 2-year thing with it.
Yeah, I did like 3.
You did 3 years?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Fuck that. I'm not trying to see like. I'm not trying to peak. I'm trying to peak later on in life, but like, let me have my rest of my 20s with straight teeth. Like, fuck.
I'm just trying to peak now.
You know what I mean? All right, we're 18 minutes in.
Okay,
oh shit!
Let's start.
We talking about teeth?
We might be on a time limit too, you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Because
so
people don't know how to read the studio bookings.
Oh, damn! That was a shot.
I don't care.
All right. So you want to talk about this Matt Barnes thing? Black man finally wins.
Yeah. So Matt Barnes, he's been given sole physical and legal custody of his twin sons. Him and his baby mama Gloria Govin. Is that how you say her name? Govin or Govin? I don't know.
Him and No Chill Gil are like we're family, basically family.
Who the fuck is No Chill Gil?
I mean Gilbert Arenas. That's what.
Oh.
Because his wife.
What are you talking about?
Because both of them married the same sisters. No, my bad.
Oh, like the same.
When I say same sister, obviously the same sister. They're married sisters.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have kids by them sisters. So no, and they're both NBA players. So look at them chicks. They came up. Nina, you need to take advice from them. Because if one sister got it and the other sister got it too, they know what the fuck going on. I don't think
my sisters want an NBA player.
I know, but I'm just saying, if both sisters got it, you know the percentage of that? They're set for life.
Okay, but this girl is crazy. So so Matt Barnes has been given sole physical and legal custody of his twins. Obviously the two, like, it's been seen on social media of them going back and forth with each other. Yeah. And Matt Barnes actually got an 18-month restraining order against her as well because he claims that she's a threat to him. So she has to stay away from him until May 2020. Reason being also because, so I guess the big like thing that really made this happen was because there was a time where she put their sons' lives in danger when it says allegedly used her car as a weapon against Matt because they both showed up to pick up their sons from school even though it was apparently Matt's weekend, according to the court agreement. So he said that he was attempting to guide one of the boys out of her car when she aggressively jerked the car in reverse and then one of the twins fell back into his seat. Mm-hmm. And then she kept reversing the vehicle after the kid got out of the car, causing the door to slam against the boy's shoulder because the door was still open. And then after Matt Barnes walked away and walked with both his boys to his car, she barreled the car towards him at an excessively high rate of speed through the school parking lot to block his exit. That is fucking crazy. I will never understand. Like, I know for a fact my ass is actually not crazy at all. Like, when I hear some of this shit or just some of the things that girls do in relationships, I'm like, yo, you guys are batshit crazy. Like, what the fuck? Most I'll ever do is like send a bunch of texts in a row. And I thought that was crazy. But like, you hear shit like this. Pardon?
How much texts in a row you sending?
It depends on like how long I haven't heard back from you from.
Oh, for real?
If we're talking days, it could be like 15 texts in a row if it's been like 5 days.
Oh.
Because obviously I think you're dead. But anyways, I get you. But like then you hear shit like this, like with your kids there and you're like taking the car and literally using it as a weapon against him and the kids. Like you could have killed everybody. I don't know. This shit is crazy. I just wonder, like, my theory is that these celebrities get trapped into these crazy relationships with crazy people because, okay, this is my theory.
Yeah.
That so when these celebrities marry other people who aren't celebrities, who are just normal, regular people who never had some sort of celebrity status, my theory is that those non-celebrities are the crazy ones because they're the only ones who can, like, figure out how to like, get a celebrity to like wife them. You know what I mean? Like get their attention, I guess. I don't know.
Crazy girls know how to get celebrities. How
to trap non-celebrity crazy girls know how to trap celebrities. Yeah, that's my theory. Because look at for example, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Like they both had their own status. You know what I mean? Yeah. So them being together, like, and everything seems to be perfectly normal, minus the whole Dwayne Wade situation. But everything seems to be somewhat normal.
About his infidelity.
Yes, but she hasn't like tried to run him over with a car or nothing. You know? So
because the thing is, let me tell you, and let me tell everyone else. Right? As a man with money and status and some type of notoriety, you must date women who have something to lose. Yes, let me say that. You must date women who have something to lose, right? So when you date someone, let's say, quote unquote, in the industry, they have something to lose because they're constantly trying to prove and reaffirm what their status is within inside that industry.
Yeah.
So they're not going to do some dumb shit like try to run you over or some dumb shit like try to do some other weird shit to try to get one over on you or try to expose you, because that makes you look bad in the industry because now you can't be trusted, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, word, that's what you're doing? I'm not even trying to fuck with you like that.
Yeah.
But when you date like some hoe, some thought from the corner and you think she's bad though, and she got a few Instagram likes and no one picked her up yet.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I got this one. She real bad. Let me grab some. Nah, you stop with that whole, like, I remember my humble beginnings bullshit, bro. You are a man of status and you got to act like one. Like I tell all my kings, you can't be giving out the tool just to any bitch, bro. You can't be just giving out the tool to everyone because, this is what's going to be the repercussions and consequences when you do. You got to be confirmed and reaffirmed within who you are giving the dick to, right? Like,
I agree because you know what? I've always said, like, I joke about like wanting to marry an NBA player and stuff.
You shouldn't even marry an NBA player. I think your aim should be higher. You should go soccer or baseball.
Yeah, but soccer guys are short. Soccer would be cool because like I play soccer, so we could like play together.
If you're really about that money, you should go to football or no, go to soccer.
I'm not going to football.
No, he might love him one day and be a vegetable the next.
Yeah, no, not even that. Football players are just like, their history is just abusive as fuck.
Oh,
like,
for real?
Majority of football players are abusive as fuck, so I'd rather not.
Damn.
But anyways, okay, I joke about that stuff and like wanting to marry like some sort of athlete, whatever, and cool. Like being an athlete's a turn on, yeah, but like,
because they got a good body.
But yeah, but not even that. Just like, because I play sports too. Like I want someone that I can actually play with and like.
What's your thoughts on athletes and having lack of personality, like quote unquote Colin Kaepernick?
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I have no shots at him.
I mean, they're just boring. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't like people with no personality in general. Like it reminds me of like Instagram baddies with like no personality.
Or the ones that don't talk at all.
Yeah, and then people wife them up just because of the way they look, and then their relationship looks boring as fuck.
My question is, for all these Instagram baddies that don't talk in none of their pictures, I wonder what their conversation's like.
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if they really know.
They probably just have sex all the time in their relationships. Think so? That's probably it. Like,
I mean, that would be kind of cool, but like that shit gets boring.
That's what I'm saying. If there's no deeper connection, then how are you supposed to really like actually love somebody?
I think the sex is a deeper connection.
No, but like I mean, like emotional, like mentally, like. But anyways, so I joke about all that stuff and wanting to marry like someone of status and whatever, but to be honest with you, I want to make sure that I'm where I need to be in my life in terms of this whole radio and TV and podcast shit. Like, I want to have my career already popping before I get to you, because I never in my life want to have a man say to me, I never want to be in this type of situation like Matt and Gloria, because I never want to have a man say to me, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this and you wouldn't have that and all that shit. Like, I want to have it myself first before I get to you. Like,
Yes, queen.
That's the way that like I see it, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna let anybody ever come up to me and be like, well, I gave this to you. Like, no, you didn't. Because you know when that happens, then you start to feel like you owe them something. But it's like, no, you didn't give shit to me. I did it all myself. So.
Yes, queen.
So that's what I'm going
yes,
for.
Queen. Yes.
So we'll get an NBA player after I bring back 106 in Park and shit is popping.
You're gonna bring back 106 in Park?
Yeah, I'm reviving that shit.
No. You gotta
I'm gonna revive
relax.
Where's the yes, queen?
Once you said 106 in Park, you start talking crazy.
You guys think I'm joking?
You're talking crazy, man. You just relax. You don't. That shit not coming back. Just keep that shit buried.
Okay.
I hope they never bring that back in like the year 2027.
That's probably when, because I'll be about what then? That's 10 years from now. I'll be like 32.
All right, don't bring that shit back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring it back. Anyways, do you want to go to the next topic?
So yeah, shots fired on Tekashi 6ix9ine's music video shoot with Nicki Minaj wasn't actually there, was she?
No, but you know what's scary about this? So you already know, but just in case people didn't read the details and you're sick of Tekashi hearing about him all the time, like I am.
You can't be sick of him. He's the top.
Anyways, I actually read this one, and yeah, so they were on the set of the music video, and the room that the shots got fired in was actually Tekashi's room first in the music video, but they switched. He wanted to switch with Nicki. Nicki wasn't on set yet, luckily, and that was her room. So whoever was shooting obviously first knew that room was supposed to be Tekashi's. They didn't know what went on inside and led to the last minute switch. That is God watching over Tekashi, which I don't understand, but and Kanye was there too. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, so you know what? This is sad, because the fact someone in 6ix9ine's camp is leaking information. Because ain't no way you pulling up to a set and you know where to shoot. See, the thing is, if you know where to shoot, that's a setup. You better come to if I'm at a music video shoot, you better shoot the whole thing. Yeah. I'm not trying to.
It's an inside job.
Knock on wood. I'm not telling someone to shoot up my shit.
I don't think you're gonna be.
But I'm just saying, if I'm at somewhere and you just say you have an inkling of knowledge of that, and you were like, you know what, fuck, I don't know where he is, just shoot up the whole fucking thing, I would understand that. It was like, yeah, you shot up everything. He didn't know where I was at, you shot up everything. But if you come directly trying to pull up on like my dressing room, then I know, you know where my shit is. Someone was leaking information to you. Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's creepy. Very creepy.
And that's really fucked up. Yeah. And especially the fact that Nicki, Kanye was there, that means it can't be that serious. Whoever's trying to shoot up Tekashi is on someone trying to get some street clout.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because he hasn't done nothing. Like, he hasn't put in no type of work in the street. Well, not that I know of, in LA streets. Yeah. That warrant a violent assault of like gunplay. Yeah. He told YG to suck his dick with his mother's lips. Yeah, but that should be YG pulling up on some shit. Or
well, do you think like it could be?
It could be. YG got shot him damn self. I still to this day I don't think he knows who shot him. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the. Yeah, that's facts. But okay. I'm saying that to say that if YG doesn't know who got shot, I'm pretty sure he's not really listing people to pull up on Tekashi to shoot him. He did say he's on Tekashi's hips though. Yeah. So maybe that was it. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
It
could be him. It could be Chief Keef. It could be maybe someone from Chief Keef's crew, like trying to get. Maybe Chief was like, "Yo, if you want to be a part of this, you gotta shoot Tekashi or something."
You think so?
I don't know how the streets work.
The streets is.
I'm from the suburbs.
The streets is
like Kodak said. I'm a suburban.
I'm a suburban dude, yo. But my thing about the streets in general is that, man, the whole shebang is alive, bruh. Like, if real gangsters are either dead or in jail. Yeah. Because in jail, you really gotta man up to be a gangster, because they play by different rules in there. Yeah. And then if you're dead, you try to be a gangster and you went out like one. Yeah. Like the ones that are really out here in the streets, man.
They front.
A lot of the time they just hoes, bro. Like, they really hoes, and a lot of them are snitching, anyways. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are snitching. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, all these people got up the impression that they're hard and shit like that. Maybe some of them are, but they already in jail, so they banging inside the prison cells. But a lot of the ones, they're really snitching, man. They
Yeah.
really not. There's no honor among like gangsters in the streets. From what I'm seeing, a lot of stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
from the streets, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff. And you know what I mean? Like that's why I've never wanted to be a gangster. 'Cause
I'm glad. I'm glad of all.
I've never wanted to be a gangster because all that shit was a whole shit is a lie.
Okay.
You know, and people join gangs to get protections, and it's all like
And either way, your
tribalism.
life is at risk. So.
Yeah, so I never depended on no man. I like one of my favorite new rappers said, Blueface. He said, what he said? Oh, fuck, I can't believe it, man.
remember
I
what
can't
he
believe it.
said.
I stand by myself. I don't need no man.
Okay.
It said something like that.
Okay. Next topic. You want me to talk about it?
Oh, we're talking about the Slim 400 thing.
Oh, you want? Okay, yeah, talk about that because I haven't.
You didn't
opened
see the
that one.
video?
No, I
So yeah,
you just posted it. I didn't.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't look.
oh
at
my
it.
bad. So it was on my page.
I didn't watch it.
All right, then cool. It's all right. It's all right. It got hella hits though.
At least I'm honest.
So Slim 400, he was having an interview with Adam 22 of The Only
Okay.
Jumper,
Yes.
and he said in a little 45-second clip, he was like, "Hey man, if you give me 200K, I'll end the
Mhm.
beef with you and all of that." And that kind of reconfirmed that he was lame, if you ask me. But for you to say that a man is making a mockery of the Bloods and Pyrus of where it originated back in California, and that's what your whole thing was, yo, you make my shit, this whole gangster shit that I gave my life to,
Mhm.
I look like a mockery, then I don't fuck with you, and then you're gonna have to check in and give me money type shit.
Yeah.
If you're willing to throw that all away and throw that all aside for 200K, bro, you see, like I told you, the streets is fucked up, right? The streets is fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Niggas is broke out. People are broke out there. They're broke out in the streets, and this is what they're doing. They do a whole bunch of whole shit,
Yeah.
and so you know what I mean. It's sad.
Yeah.
No principles and shit. No principles. No morals. No, they don't live by no type of parameters. And I actually look up. I don't look up to, but I look at the LA gang culture as as the most I can't even say the word.
Proficient.
Yeah, proficient way of how gangs
Operate.
should operate. Street
Okay.
gangs should operate because they operate on some type of like, yo, we gangbang. Well, it's a gangbang culture out there.
Okay.
So let me just say that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Bloods and Crip documentaries and
I
shit like
don't.
that, and I seen a whole bunch of like, you know, the Mexican gangs and shit like that. They get busy, man. They get fucking busy.
Okay.
They get scary, man. That's why when I go to LA, I don't want to be in the hood. I get scared.
When I went to I think it was LA or Atlantic City, one or the other.
Where's Atlantic City in Jersey?
Jersey, yeah. I went with my family, like my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my sisters. This was like a long time ago. I think I was grade 8.
Yeah.
And my dad thought we parked in one spot, but like the thing with LA is it's very like for example, when you go to the Grove,
Yeah.
Grove, which was like, I was like so excited to go there because that was when
You
the
ever see
hills
what's
used to
on
be
the opposite side of the Grove?
That's exactly what I was getting at. Yeah, so it's like the Grove on one side, and I was so excited to go there because I used to see it all the time on the hills, and I was like, yo, can't wait to be here, whatever.
Yeah.
You go to the Grove, the opposite side, it's like crawling with homeless people. Literally, it's the Grove, the street, homeless people, and a Kmart. Like
Yeah.
that's literally what it is.
That little plaza on the opposite side, that shit
LA's
look rubbish.
like I can't think of the word for it, but they're like, I guess transition between
Yeah.
what's across the street
Mhm.
is very like polar opposite, like
Yeah.
complete opposite. And so we were leaving somewhere, and my dad, we made a wrong turn. Instead of, we were supposed to go like right, but we went left instead. My dad thought he could have sworn we parked on the left, and we ended up in the fucking hood. And we seen some people getting chased down by the police and arrested and stuff. And my mom grabs my dad, just like, we went the wrong fucking way. We have the kids, we have your parents. Like, let's go.
Uh-oh.
And then my dad's like laughing. I'm like, that's not funny. Like,
I got scared. Let me tell you, on my way back home, going back home to try to get back to the airport in LA.
yeah.
I typed in, we're supposed to go to Aviation,
Okay.
which is the airport address for not the airport address,
Like terminal.
the address to drop off a rental car.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
I think we end up going to like Avion or something.
yeah.
And then we pull up. I'm like, what the fuck?
This
Where we
is
at?
it.
I'm seeing people. It's early in the morning. I'm seeing people early in the morning just chilling and shit. I'm
Oh
like,
my
we gotta get out. We gotta get out. We're in this Chevy. They're in this Chevy, this nice rental car, bro. We gotta get the fuck out of this, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They gonna pull up and ask us where you from, cuz.
Yeah, it's very different over there. That's for sure.
What hood you banging, bruh?
Do you want to get into this Waka thing?
Oh yeah, so Waka Flocka, the thing is, I don't know if he was really trying to say he's trying to squash beef with Gucci Mane and just it took him a long way to get there, or he was just in general going like, yeah, I don't got beef with nobody, and he just said Gucci Mane's name at the end. But he basically said that if he has beef with anybody, it's squash. He doesn't want no issues with nobody. You know, he told someone to get Gucci on the phone, let's patch things up.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to,
So before we even start there, there's been a new revelation this morning that I saw. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I didn't see it.
So apparently he said that he's saying goodbye to hip hop.
So who?
Yes. So he said, sorry, I'm just reading the post. So he said to TMZ, I guess yesterday, I've been gave it up. He says he did what he came to do in the game, and now it's time for what's next. I did what I came to do. I made the past $30 million. Everybody that I started with is rich. Everybody's happy. Everybody got kids. My right-hand man that was running the streets with me as a pastor, life changed for me. People want me to be hard in the paint. Why? I'm 32 years old. I'm a grown-ass man.
Feed my family.
And he said he wants to make a baby next year. So he said he's like done, like finished with hip hop, like hands cleaned, over and done with.
Oh, also, side note. TMZ. I just got an email. I got a DM from one of my one of my reporters.
Okay.
TMZ was reporting that 6ix9ine, Kanye West, and Nicki Minaj music video is officially canceled permanently.
Damn.
That music video was a $500,000 loss.
I feel like Kanye probably got the most shook up out of everyone.
Yeah.
Because Nicki wasn't there. Tekashi didn't give a fuck. And I feel like Kanye, because of the way he seems very overly sensitive nowadays, I think he probably got the most shook up.
I mean, $500,000. Yo, I'm like, half a million? Bruh, $500,000. But yeah, I just want to let people know. So yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, so he said he's finished with hip hop, which I don't know. Are you buying that? I don't know if he's really.
I don't think so. I think
he's gonna take a break.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Like if you do music, if you've been a successful musician or artist in music, that's your shit.
Yeah.
You're obviously gonna take a break.
Sometimes I feel like him saying this, so it seems like it was easy to say for him to be like, I'm done with hip hop. Like, I feel like he just got into the music game to the way he was explaining, everybody that I'm with is rich and blah, blah, blah. People I started with, my main man running the streets changed and all this shit. I feel like he kind of did it to help those people and make money. Like, he wanted to make himself money and those people. And now that job is done, he's like, hey, I actually never liked this music shit, so I don't want to do it anymore. And then in a couple of years, he's going to be forced to come back. He's going to be like, fuck, I have a kid. Now I need to make more money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Because the way you finish something like that so easily just doesn't sound so passionate to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I wouldn't be able to give up like this like radio shit and podcast shit that easily.
I mean, he did get into rap because they locked my CEO up.
Yeah.
Now I can't read.
Yeah. So I don't know. Oh my god. Wasn't that funny, Apollo? It was corny. You tried it.
Oh man. Go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like he was. I feel like he just did this to. I don't know. I don't think he was that passionate about it.
No, I say he is. I say. All right, so you get into the music business because your CEO got locked up, and you end up just doing something off the flare, right, or off the or whatever, and then shit starts working out for you, and it's just a ball of just success. You keep moving. But I always thought Waka Flocka was he got a lot of flack for just being who he is and the type of music he was putting out, like a little screaming, a lot of aggression stuff.
Yeah,
wasn't that lyrical at the time, and people really got at him for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, like a lot of people says, the music industry takes a toll out of you.
Yeah. And
it really puts a strain on you, and you really start to hate a lot of the things that's going on about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just got. I mean, he hasn't really. What I want to say is, Waka, he hasn't been at his height in a while.
Yeah, his peak,
and then he had a lot of label issues, I would assume, and then he had a fallout with one of his people he came in the game with, Gucci Mane. He lost a lot of people. Like I'm just saying, the music industry probably doesn't give him much positive energy.
Yeah, I can see that, but sorry, just going back to, so before he even said this, he was done with hip hop, whatever. So yesterday, how he said he wanted to end the beef with Gucci and stuff. So I was trying to, and I don't know if you know the answer to this. I was trying to look into like what really went wrong with him and Gucci, and for the most part, all I could find was like he took Gucci in like he was his own family. He slept at his house all the time, and like they were like very, very close. He considered him like a brother, but neither of them actually elaborate on what went wrong. They just say like. Gucci doesn't say anything. Waka said that some fuck shit went down that he wasn't tolerating. And for him to treat somebody like family and for that to happen, like he was very upset with it. I'm curious as to what actually, like what the meat and potatoes are of this whole beef. But I guess in that case, like, you know, it's funny to me because like you always wonder like how far is too far for you to not talk to somebody for a certain amount of time or something like that. Like, because in the video he was talking about, and I think he might have been referring to Gucci when he said this, because obviously his little brothers are both dead. But he said that he hasn't talked to his little brother in over a year and blah blah blah. And it makes you wonder like how far is too far. Like for example, two things here. One, it's funny to me that this happened because I was just recently talking to my friends about how, like, it's always my friends who don't necessarily have the best, I guess, family life at home. That my mom has a very big heart and she takes people in as her own. A lot of my friends she's taken in as her own kids, and literally treated them like her own. Like she'll. Like some of those friends would like literally text my mom and have conversations with her, like, and I wouldn't even know about it. And they're like, they would come over just to hang out with my mom, and this has happened a few times in Ottawa and here.
That's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah. So my mom is very she's always wanted like kids and stuff, and I guess you know when she sees that people don't necessarily have the best family life, she really wants to just be there for them because she likes what we have, and literally there's been at least 3 or 4 friends like that in my life. Every single one of those friends has fucked me over so badly in my life.
Oh, for real?
Which is terrible because then I have to explain to my mom, like, yeah, so-and-so who you treated like your own daughter, fuck them. Like they did this, and this to me. And I was hiding this from you for months because I didn't want you to like, I guess, be upset about it either. Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously at the end of the day, I'm my mom's top priority. Whether she took you in or not, like, I'm number one. And when shit like that goes down, she's like, what the fuck? Like, why did they do that? Like, she gets pissed. And so it's funny to me that this happens and Walker's talking about how he treats Gucci like family and blah, blah, blah. And then this goes down because I'm like, yo, that's a trend that I've seen. And I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like maybe sometimes people take that for granted. Like, oh, I know your family, so you can't, like, cut me off like that. But nah, if you disrespect me, like, it's over. Like once my mom finds out, it's really over. Like, you know, like there's things that have gone wrong in those friendships that I never told my mom because I was like, you know, she treats them like her own. Like, I'm just going to leave it, whatever. And so for this to happen is funny. And then number 2, the whole like, how long do you go without talking to somebody that you're like super close with or whatever? Like
they went years.
Yeah, like for example, I've gone like 4 months not talking to my sister and living under the same roof as her. So like I guess it just really depends on, like, I don't know. It depends on what went wrong, like what really happened. And I really just want to know what really happened between these two.
I mean, it's like the same thing really happened with Rockefeller. Why did it really break down? People always speculate certain things, but you know, there's certain things that will never come to light. And you know,
I feel like with these two, it never will.
But I mean, they addressed they're having beef with each other, but they never, I guess,
address the actual beef. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Well, you ever see this video of Jill Scott sucking air dick?
No, I didn't. I'm about to open it.
Yeah, go check that shit out. Because I looked at that on Twitter and I'm like, man, Neo Soul has really taken a dark turn.
Oh my God, I can see this. This is very awkward. This is very uncomfortable.
And she starts playing with the pretend balls too.
You really have to like.
It was amazing.
Be very sexually deprived at your point in life to be doing this.
Jill Scott, man.
Like, what?
This is Jill Scott.
This is really disturbing.
She's sucking dick. The thing is...
This is in front of an audience.
Yeah, the thing, like I said this, and I'm saying it again. A lot of girls, in general, don't know how to suck dick.
Okay. Are we gonna have like a suck dick class?
We're not having a suck dick class. We're not having a suck dick class. We're not having a suck dick class. You know what? The thing is, like I said, a lot of women don't know how to suck proper dick, right?
Okay.
A lot of them believe that they do know how to because they do a little shit in here and there, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they don't.
Okay.
They don't. And right there, like Jill Scott making it look like she really know how to suck dick when
the dick really is there,
when the dick's really there, are you really putting in work? Are you really doing all of that? Are you really jiggling the balls? Are you really going like, man? Or in the back of your mind, like, I really don't want to have this dick in front of me. And you just do the whole little play. You know what I mean?
I think.
And a lot of guys don't know how to get their dick sucked. Well, let me just not. A lot of guys receive poor dick sucking and look at that and say, yo, this is cool. I came. That was it. Nah, bro.
This is cool.
Yeah, you need to have elevate your standards, boy.
I feel like I can't talk about this stuff with you. It's just awkward.
It's not awkward.
But what I was gonna say was, I feel like when you get that affirmation from the guy that you did a good job, then you're fine. Like if it's been a repeated affirmation, then you're fine. But
by one guy, are you talking?
No, repeated. No, not from one guy. Repeated from multiple guys is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So like, because then obviously you've tested the waters out with different people who've had different fellatio given to them. Mm-hmm. So I feel like once you get that affirmation, then you're fine. But if it's just like one dude and I don't know.
You gotta videotape yourself sucking dick and go like, you know what?
I'm not gonna do that.
That's what you gotta look.
Somebody actually tried to Snapchat me once doing that and I lost my shit. Yeah.
Did you really?
Because I caught him. This dumbass had his fucking sound on and I'm like, are you stupid?
You tried to like, oh shit, she going
and I was like, I literally got up and I'm like, really? I'm like, give me your fucking. I was pissed. Yeah. Like I lost my shit. So I'm like, don't try me like that. I'm not stupid. Oh, and that's not the first time somebody's tried to record me. Yeah, someone tried to like.
You know, you might be giving off Fire Dome then.
No, someone tried. That's what I mean. I don't want to talk about this shit with you. It's just awkward. Somebody else tried to record me once too. I also lost my shit again.
Shit. Nina, it's confirmed. You might be giving us some fire top.
Or maybe I'm just picking the wrong people.
Or I don't know, man. If Matt's go like, fuck, I gotta remember this shit. No. I'm gonna risk it all.
I was very angry.
Shit.
Extremely angry.
Exactly. All right. You have a topic here. Or should you give your partner an ultimatum when it comes to titles?
So there is this post on the Shade Room. This person said, my guy's girlfriend just gave him an ultimatum. They've been dating for 7 years. She's 26 and he's 30. She says he has 4 months to put a ring on it or that's it. You can't force a man to propose, can you? So
you just throw the whole bitch away.
Well, a lot of the opinions are like she's desperate, and then someone else said you see desperation in spending 7 good years in a relationship. It's not as if anything is even being guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Someone else said desperation is getting married. And some people want to sort themselves out before they get married in terms of making money and stuff. My thing is, if you're dating for 7 years, and that is the case, you do want to sort yourself out before you get married, that's fine. But don't you think that would have been communicated at some point in the relationship? Like, hey, we will get married eventually, but I want to make sure that I have the money right and we have a house together and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So to me, then there was another one. I recently met a girl that's 33. She said she dated one guy for 10 years and finally when things were good, he went and married another girl. If only she had given him an ultimatum like this when she was still 26 or 27. So like, I don't know. Then someone else said, why doesn't she just propose to him? If he says no, he says no. What's the point in playing all these games? Which is actually a tip that I've been on. Well, I haven't actually applied it because I'm a pussy, but like,
a lot of girls are pussies.
Tip that I've been on since like last year, I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, instead of me like waiting around for whatever a situation is to be, I guess, given a title or something, then why don't I just like turn around and ask the guy and be like, yo, do you want to be my boyfriend or no? Like, instead of me just waiting and trying to like subtly bring it up, like, is this going anywhere and blah, blah, blah. Like, why don't I just make the first move instead? Because then I could save myself so much more time instead of just waiting and then have it not go anywhere. So I don't know. I kind of agree with this well, not proposing. I will never propose to a man. But when it comes to like a relationship, if I really like you and I feel like you really like me, I mean, I'm probably still never going to do it. I'm a really big pussy. I never make the first move.
You know what? You shouldn't give your partner no ultimatum.
You don't think so?
Well,
actually, I don't. I kind of agree because I don't think that an ultimatum would need to be made if communication was clear. No. Like if things were like fully established and like spoken about, you wouldn't need to give an ultimatum. Like, for example, this girl is talking about 7 years dating.
Yeah.
My cousin was dating her boyfriend for 10 years before they got married. They just got married in August.
Mm-hmm.
So like and obviously they spoke about it. They said when she's done school, when they both have a proper job and whatever, then they'll get married. And that's exactly what they did. So
well, check this out. I've been thinking. I had a conversation with this dude named Alex. He works here.
Okay.
And he said that his sister had gotten married, and she was like, "All right, so we got married, and then what's it? What's that? I mean, no, not what's that, but the way he said it is that his sister got married, and that was like the top, that was the pinnacle.
Okay.
And then it was like, oh shit, what do you do after now? Because no one's going to care about your marriage until you guys get divorced, but everyone's there when you got married.
Yes.
So I look at it like this. I'm kind of going off topic a little bit.
Okay.
But I kind of look at, if you're gonna give me an ultimatum for marriage, you have probably looked at life as like, that's the peak.
Okay.
That is the peak at what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I do. And
sorry, continue.
all right, so
we got interrupted.
Yeah, we're going to
because people don't know how to book studio time.
So this is what the thing is. I look at marriage as I don't want to get married because for most people that's the top. And for me, that's a ceiling. Yeah. It's like, no, I don't. I look at sky's the limit, right? Okay. Or non-limit. There's no limit. So if our relationship is only going to end at marriage, then I don't even want to get married. But let me go back to the whole ultimatum thing. If you gotta give someone an ultimatum, bro, you just leave, bro. Think about it. Think about it. You trash. You so trash that you're gonna give someone's like, yeah, you're gonna do something or you're not. The thing is, like, you gotta say, hey, I'm looking forward to getting married. I'm looking forward to getting married, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And if a guy says like, I'm not really trying to do that, and was like, you know what, I'm trying to get married by a certain time, and I feel like we've already fulfilled all those check marks. Yeah. Those check marks. Yeah. If that you don't feel the same way, I'm gonna go somewhere else because there's obviously someone else that put a ring on you faster, and you probably if that's what you want. If you want a ring, then there's someone there's someone always out there able to give you a ring. Yeah. It depends what you want now. What do you want out of this relationship? Because if that's just the goal, like it being in school when you graduate. Remember when you graduate and you were like, all right, what now?
What do I do next?
That's what I look at marriage. Is like, once you get married, I look at you as like, oh shit, we did it. What do we do now?
But my thing, so you said that you feel like marriage is like the peak of the relationship, whatever, and then from there it's just steady. For most people. It's just steady sailing. But for me, honestly, the peak of marriage would be after that having kids, and building a family together. I feel like raising children together, I feel like would really add to
you could do that without marriage,
a relationship. Yeah, but
and that's going to add regardless.
Yeah, but most times that's ending on a salty note, and things might not work out. Well, for me personally, I know I wouldn't be able to have kids with someone without being married. Just because I would always, like I said on a previous podcast, in the back of my head, it's always going to be like, is this person going to leave me? Like, because things aren't official. You know what I mean?
Nah, fuck that. Hold on. Fuck that. Like, I look at it like this, right? Yeah. If you gonna leave me, then I'm on to bigger and better things, bro.
Yeah, but I don't want to have kids with somebody who's going to leave me. I never want to have to share my child ever. I don't want to have to be going back and forth on weekends and not have my kids for certain holidays and things like that. Like, I never want to be in that situation.
That's a conversation piece. That's like, you see, the thing is, remember how Will Smith and Jada said they're life partners, quote unquote life partners, and they really communicate well with each other and really have conversations and rebuild the relationship back up and shit like that. You gotta have that type of relationship with someone. Yeah. I'm not talking about this soulmate type shit. You really gotta have that type of relationship with someone where you are able to break all those barriers of communications and flaws and insecurities, where you're able to get down to the meat and potatoes of what you guys actually want. And if you guys are able to, what's that thing? Facilitate or accommodate those things for each other. Okay. Like you ever heard of this thing? Like, you got the non-negotiables in the relationship or the negotiables and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Things that you're willing to negotiate and things you're not willing to negotiate. You really got to have that. Like, are you walking in a relationship is like, all right, I want to get married, but I will negotiate as far as 10 years.
Yeah, you know I mean? Yeah. No, I get that, but I'm saying, like, I won't negotiate. I don't ever want to have kids with somebody who's not going to be like who I'm not gonna be with. I want to have like that full family picture.
But you know you can get divorced, right?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I don't even want to get divorced. Like I literally just want that full family picture. Yes, divorce obviously is an option. But it's a little bit more hesitant. Like that sort of separation versus being in a relationship, having kids and separating without being married is a little more hesitant on divorce because one, divorce costs money. Two, it's more of a, I guess, it's seen by society as more of a serious thing because you have to go through all this paperwork and whatnot. Whereas if I just had kids with you and we were just boyfriend, girlfriend, and then now we break up and, you know, we have to get this custody thing and placement. Like, I never want to have to go through that.
But is that something that you would really want? Someone in the back of your mind going like, I really don't want to be with this chick, but it's kind of expensive to leave her.
No, not that either. But like,
cause think about it. Because what you're telling me is that what marriage is, it locks you in. And I don't want to be locked in. I want to have the freedom to move around. So if someone's telling me you gonna marry me or not,
then we're not made for each other. If if marriage isn't a part of your picture and having a family and always constantly being together isn't a part of your picture, then that's not the picture that I want. That's the picture I want because that's the picture I grew up with. I never had to worry about, like, I had cousins, for example, who I had to see go to their dad's house for Christmas or whatever and stuff like that, and it's like we didn't get to spend those Christmases with them and things like that, you know? I want to be able to have all my kids be with all their cousins on the holidays and be with both their parents on the holidays and things like that. Why you just assume
everyone in your family after you got kids are going to be married and shit and shit's going to be successful? I want all my kids to be with cousins. The cousin could probably be hanging out with
Actually, I'm probably the one who picks the worst guys out of all of us, to be honest with you. So if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be me. But I'm not letting that happen. I probably have the worst taste out of all of us. Oh, man. But it's not going to happen. I'm going to marry somebody and I'm going to have kids with them and we're going to live a happy life forever until we die.
Okay.
The end.
I mean,
if that's not for you, then don't talk to me.
I mean, shit. So, yeah. I mean, so the end all be all thing, ultimatums are never a good thing.
Yes.
And then if you pose an ultimatum for someone and they pick something that you like, you're both going to regret it.
Here's my quick piece of advice before we end off this topic, which is something that I might not always apply to my life, but I probably should. Okay. If you're ever hesitant about something, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything I'm talking about, like, if you're hesitant about buying ice cream for $5, but you know you really shouldn't, then don't do it. If you're hesitant about being in a relationship and you're planning on giving them an ultimatum, then leave. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, I remember how I threw that whole chick away because I didn't trust her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro, I threw that whole chick away.
Yeah, but you do it so easily. I don't give up. I mean, not that you gave up easily. That's good. I wish I had that quality, but I don't. I'm like second chance, like, queen.
Nah, bro.
Like, I'm always giving them.
Nah, bro. I think
not anymore. Not in 2019.
Yeah, I think the thing is what I hold dear to me is my principles and my morals and my parameters that I want to live behind.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when I feel like you have disrupted what I stand on, then you got to go.
Yeah.
Like, remember my friend that you fucked around with the whole graphics? I didn't talk to him for a while.
Yeah.
And then at the time, he would call me. I would tell him what's up, and I just never spoke to him.
Yeah.
And so just now, like, how many months ago was that? All right, so we're cutting back in again. I was saying something about ultimatums, and we got interrupted.
Yeah.
What I was saying was I can't remember. So you know what?
I think it's time to move to the next topic.
Yeah, let's move to the next topic.
Okay.
And all right, so you have fuck that.
I don't know if I don't really know. Okay, this one is a good one.
Okay, yeah. Well, you talking about Michelle Williams?
So Michelle Williams, her fiance got upset when she brought up race during an argument. Oh my god, the page got deleted. It's okay. I think I mostly remember the details.
Hold on. How did you delete the page?
I don't know. It got deleted. It's not on Shade Room anymore. Okay, so basically what had happened was Michelle Williams, her fiance is white, and Michelle Williams is obviously black. And during an argument, you know, she had told him...
Do they have a reality show together?
Yeah, on Oprah's channel. It's like about them going through counseling while on their way to getting married. Like, it's like weird. Like, they have a certain amount of time till they get married, so they're going through all this counseling now, which is weird. But anyways, so... he got upset because during an argument she had said to him, you know, you might not understand this because you're white, you're not black, so you probably don't understand that this is the way that I communicate and stuff and all this stuff, whatever. And then he clapped back at her, and because he knows about her mental illnesses and stuff, he said to her, did you take your meds today?
Oh shit.
Which, like, obviously fans on like Twitter and shit got really upset at her for. Here's my thing. Never be with somebody who's gonna take your lowest points and throw them back at your face.
This dude's white?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
You look kind of black in the face.
You think so?
You look kind of, what's that thing? Racially ambiguous? You look kind of racially ambiguous, man.
Well, so
Ambiguous.
Here's my thing. Number one is if you're with somebody who's taking your lowest points and throwing them back in your face, that's not the person to be with. That's just straight up a bully at that point in time. That's not somebody you want to be with. Someone who's going to take your insecurities and things that you told them you're insecure about and throw them in your face when they feel it's convenient to get back at you. That's not it. Number two, my question is, do you believe that interracial relationships can actually work successfully? More specifically, interracial with one of the parties being black. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Do I think interracial relationships can work?
More specifically with either the guy or the girl being black and the other person being white.
Objectively, yes, they can work.
Okay.
It's two humans going together. So if you base your relationship on race, then that shit never gonna work. You got to base it on fucking rational shit.
Yeah.
Like communication.
Yeah.
Trust and all that real shit.
Okay.
So if you base it as like, oh, I'm just with this white man and because he got some type of status in this world, but you know what? Besides me saying a whole bunch of extra shit, yes, it can work. Because there's no however. It can work.
Okay.
The only reason it's not going to work is if it doesn't work.
Okay.
If you don't try to make it work.
So I think they can work. There's obviously examples of them successfully working out.
Yeah.
But my however is that it's not all the time. Like, you see situations like this happen, and like Michelle Williams and her fiance and this happen, and I guess it gets kind of scary. Scary is not the right word, but like intimidating maybe.
Not even.
Because it's like as someone who is black, not me, I'm not saying like I'm someone who's black.
Nina is a person of color.
You being someone who is black. Like, for example, dating somebody who's not black, I feel like if you're talking about certain struggles and stuff, they have to be someone who's woke. Like, that's the only way it will work. Because think about it this way, like, if you're dating someone who's not black, and they necessarily don't understand certain, maybe why someone said triggered you because they were stereotyping you or something like that, and they don't understand those things. It's one thing if you can explain it to them and they can be sympathetic for it towards you, but it's another if you explain it to them and they're like looking at you like, what the fuck? Like, what are you, like, why did that offend you so much? Kind of like almost making fun of you for being offended when realistically it has some sort of connotation to it towards you and your race. That's where I'm coming from when I say that there is potential that it can't work if the other person who's not black isn't woke.
See, the thing is, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe that whatsoever because I've dated plenty of black women.
Yep.
I mean, I've never really dated anyone outside my race actually, which I need to,
Never? Not even white girl?
You know what?
I feel like white girls,
I haven't slept with a white girl before.
I feel like white girls, everyone's just like first tick off the.
I've never been with a white girl before. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to, even to this day. I want to. I want to see how that, how that pans out. Okay. And I'm talking about like, real, up there
like
white
Canadian
girl.
White girl or like.
I'm talking about like up there white girl.
Like European white girl.
Not really European, but just Caucasian.
Okay.
Whatever you are. It'd be cool.
Okay.
Not to say I'm trying to what's that word? Fetishize over the white skin. Okay. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying like, hey, maybe the person that I could have like a impactful relationship with just could have been another person of color.
Yeah.
Who has a different view on life and that shit clicks with what I'm trying to view in life.
Yeah.
And, saying shit. So let me get back to it. Interracial relationships can work.
Okay.
But I don't think that. Hold on, what was the question again? Where'd I go?
I was saying like the other party has to be woke.
No, yeah. So no, I don't think so. Okay. Like I said, I've been with other black women where race has never been a topic of conversation so heavily. Yeah. Like I'm never talking to my black girlfriend and go like, man, fuck it, yo, this world is hella racist. We gotta talk about being woke and shit. I think the fact that you put so much emphasis on race shows the fact that you know that you are in an interracial relationship, and you are basing your opinions and all this conversation about the outside world, how they perceive both of you. Okay. In reality, the race shouldn't really be that much of a hindering conversation about certain things. Mm-hmm. Like I could be with my black girlfriend just because my black girlfriend I'm with doesn't mean we understand we necessarily have the same experiences when it comes to race. I've talked to black girls where they said they haven't really experienced any type of racism like that, and they have white friends and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or they've been around like white communities and shit like that, and there has not been any type of real racially profiled experience where they can really adapt to.
Yeah.
And then I can't speak for everybody, but the fact that if race is the emphasis of that relationship, that shit's already doomed, because the minute you start bringing it up and someone does not understand your plight, then you go like, oh shit, this not even, oh, you don't understand me, you gotta be woke. No, fuck out of here.
Well, okay, so
you just with the wrong person.
But even this going off of going off of that, it also takes it back, and I brought this up on the podcast before about like the thread on Twitter that I saw of light-skinned kids talking about how their white moms would call them the N-word and stuff when they get mad at them and shit like that. Like, see, shit like that is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't be in an interracial relationship with somebody like that who's not understanding of the plights and stuff that different people go through because of the color of their skin.
But let me say this, right? I've spoken to a whole bunch of people. And I've never, I like to say that race is, like we said this last week, race is a social I can't even fucking speak social right. Construct. Let me get in my zone. Let me get in my bag.
Okay.
I got in my bag.
Okay.
Race is a social construct.
Yes.
It was built to divide us all. So the fact that you are letting that concept or construct into your relationship is in itself is dividing you from your partner. So the fact that you let that be a conversation, you letting that divide where two people are supposed to come together and be allies, right? Am I right? So the fact that you're saying something like that is going to break you apart. So Chad, who may be a white guy, and you're Michelle, who's a black woman, you got with him, that man, because he showed qualities that you liked. Yes. You didn't get with him because he was a white man. You know, and the fact that you're with him and before you get married, you're starting to throw certain things at him about race, then that shit's already doomed. I honestly, I don't think they're gonna last.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think they're gonna last, and we're gonna see like, oh shit, sis, you lost.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're going for someone specifically because of their race. Yeah. I'm not saying you're getting into a relationship with someone and you have to, like, the first thing you have to ask them is, hey, well, are you woke? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, in certain situations like this, when this stuff comes up, their reaction to understanding why you're upset about something or anything like that, that might have to do with, like I said, someone maybe stereotyping you in public and making a comment or something like that, them understanding that or not understanding it, obviously would be a big factor. Like, if I was out in public and I was dating a white guy and someone called me, like, I don't know, like a dirty, like, for example, like, it's offensive to me when people call me a Paki. Like, if someone called me that and I was upset about it and he never understood why.
Wouldn't that be offensive to the Pakistanis then? Are you just saying that?
It would be offensive to Indians and Pakistanis.
It was like someone called you
it's like a derogatory term towards brown people in general.
Bro, I mean, if I was, like, the same way Jamaicans hate when they get called African, bro, I'm like, yo, what the fuck be wrong being African then? Fuck it.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
It's not even that there's anything wrong with it. It's just the way it's used in the context that it's used, like, it's always in a derogatory way. So if somebody, like, went up to me and called me, like, a dirty Paki or something, like, and I'm upset about it, and
the dirty part,
and the white guy, and well, that happened in high school, and the white guy's laughing that I'm with, like, then I'm like, okay, bye. Like, you're never gonna understand, like, that, why that's offensive. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to situations like that, I feel like that's when you really know if the person you're with is educated or not. You know what I mean? If you can educate them, if they don't understand and they're willing to understand, then fine, cool. But if they're just sitting there laughing or mocking you or taking lower shots at you because of your mental health or whatever, then...
isn't Pakistan like the Middle East?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. So, and so that's what I'm getting at. Like, that's my personal example, because that actually happened to me in high school over a prank call, and I found out who it was, and obviously it was a fucking white kid, a white guy in my school, top of the food chain, whatever, doesn't have anything to worry about, and like, that obviously really upset me at a point in time, but yeah, I feel like that's what it comes down to. But even just interracial relationships in general, one thing I'm curious about personally, because I'm always, like, torn on this. Hold
on, you had your fair share of interracial relationships.
I wouldn't say relationships, situationships.
Man,
yeah.
speak on your experience, Nina.
So no, well, it's never really gotten to the point because I've never been serious enough with them that it's gonna go to like marriage or anything like that. But my question is because, for example, my cousin, in terms of religion, the guy that she married is Muslim, and we're Sikh. So two completely different religions. Two religions, for a matter of fact, in history's time, did not get along. So obviously, a lot of grandparents and stuff on our side were very upset at this. But when it comes down to, you know, they had to sit down and have the conversation. What religion are we going to raise our kids with? What language are we going to teach our kids? And things like that. Mind you, that's not obviously the most extreme example you could give. But for example, for me, like one thing that's always crossed my mind is, and I've been in interracial situationships, relationships, whatever you want to call them. I've never actually dated anybody who's been in my race. And like one thing that's always crossed my mind is like, if I marry someone who's my race, or I'm in a relationship with someone who's the same religion, same race as me, like obviously that's easy. We're gonna really raise them under the same spiritual values and things like that. But then, you know, marrying someone outside the race, it's, to me, it's the reason I'm torn is because one, it's super cool to get to like introduce, you know, your values and your family lifestyle to a new person and kind of bring them into that world, and vice versa, and have that taught to me as well. But then it's also, it also gets conflicting when it comes down to having kids and what are you going to teach them and things like that. So I've always been like torn on it.
Why do people gotta decide on what the kid's gonna be? Okay, hold on, let me get back in my bag.
Okay.
Why is it always have to be? Oh, we gotta decide what we're gonna bring the kids up in, or what language, what religion we're gonna teach them. Why can't it be like, all right, you know what? We're both coming from different paths. Instead of trying to negotiate on what the kid's gonna be, how about we educate him on both things, and then what he decides to do when he grows the fuck up, he can do whatever he wants.
I think that's
progress. Isn't that progress?
Yes, no, and I agree. Both should be taught, but I think I think with that comes more. Not more stress. I don't think you should raise your kids under one thing if you have two people coming from two different values. I 100% agree with you on that. It should be both. But my fear with that is that I'm teaching my kid one thing, my husband's teaching my kids another thing, and then, you know, maybe one day when it's Christmas time and I don't know, he wants to go to church, but I want to have Christmas dinner with my family, and then we get into an argument over something like that. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
That was a bad example.
Hold on. No. Yes, it was a bad example, but hold on. Let me get back in my bag, all right?
Okay.
Got back in my bag. Why are certain things like that such an issue, right? So what you're teaching your kid, when two people come from different backgrounds and they have one kid that is enveloped by two different backgrounds, it's called tolerance. It's called understanding that there's a plentiful different type of things and varieties and nuances to this world. Why is it that when you have a kid and you might be Sikh and Muslim, why you have to decide, you know what's the kid going to be? Is he going to be Muslim or is he going to be Sikh? How about let him choose?
Yes, no, I get that.
I know that, but I'm going further. Let me get back in my bag.
Okay.
And so moving forward, when you're having Christmas dinner, it's called, I'm not saying compromise. Compromise is when you say like, say if you're marrying your husband and you know that, you know what, you being a Christian and things like that is what's the ground and foundation of who you are, and you convert yourself to Islam, and that you feel weaker about yourself. Okay. That's compromise. Yes. But I'm talking about it's more so accommodating certain things. Why can't you guys accommodate certain things in life where it's like, all right, obviously I might be of a different religion, and for our traditional thing that we do for Christmas. I can't even speak. We do for Christmas.
Yes.
We have dinner with the family, or we go to church. And your particular religion, you may not celebrate Christmas, but you gonna respect the motherfucking thing. Yes. And so when we get this day off, when we get the celebration, the traditional celebration, which I want to bring about my kids, we do what you do and let your kids involve inside that tradition and let them get the understanding.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is we both celebrate Christmas because I celebrate Christmas too. Yeah. So what I'm saying though is, for example, if he wants to spend, like, it was a bad example, but yes, if there's a tradition that you celebrate that I don't, but obviously you want the family to be there, yes, I'll go to that 100%.
More fucking tolerance.
But I'm saying it's a tradition that both sides celebrate, but both sides celebrate differently. I don't go to church. That's not my place of worship. My place of worship is a temple, and we don't necessarily go to temples on Christmas. It's more so just a day with the family dinner, turkey, whatever, all of that good stuff.
You make it seem like you can't do both.
You can, but I'm saying if the guy, like, let's for example, you know, his thing is just church, like, that's why I'm saying it was a bad example.
Yeah.
Like, just doing one thing all day and all night the same time that the dinner is. Then, you know, that's when I feel like that's when arguments can escalate. But obviously, what you're saying obviously does make sense, and I agree with that as well.
Oh, also, politics and religion divides people greatly.
Yes, it does.
So, yo, if you're two different religions, you gotta be on some I'm liberal type shit. Is like I'm understanding of different things.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna push someone to my religion. I remember dating this Jehovah's Witness girl, and they don't celebrate birthdays.
They don't celebrate nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even know why the fuck I was with her, but I was like, I don't know why the fuck I was with her, but I liked her.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the shit was cool, but I realized that. Yo, you weird, bro. I'm not saying weird like
no,
weird,
but that's not for you.
It's not for me.
See, and that's another thing that I was just gonna say was fuck, I lost my train. Oh yeah, you don't choose who you fall in love with, and that's
you do.
No,
you do who you interact with.
No, but you don't, like, you know, you're not sitting there seeking out a certain. I mean, some people are seeking out a certain type of person, but you might fall for someone completely different. For example,
how Nina?
My cousin and her husband are, like, my cousin is super hot, and her husband is really not all that hot. And, you know, she's always been
game. That's why
she's always been the kind of person. Not always been the kind of person, but, you know, she obviously wanted to marry someone who's the same religion as us and stuff. For the purpose of the kids, whatever. But, you know, she fell in love with this guy, and like I said, certain family members from older generations weren't too happy with it because they went through the times and histories when shit went down in India between Sikh people and Muslims. Right? That's what I tried. That's what I had to explain to them. And I said to them, you don't choose who you fall in love with. Like, you don't just...
Was that your explanation?
Yes, because, you think she went out there purposely seeking someone who was going to infuriate the rest of the older generation of the family? No, she fell in love with him because of who he was as a person, not because of his religion, not because of his race. Like, that's what I mean when I say you don't choose who you fall in love with.
Isn't that what Bollywood movies are all about?
Who knows? I might fall in love with someone who's Indian. As of yet, never have. So, but I'm still only 22. Yeah. So,
isn't that what Bollywood movies are all about? Love?
Yeah, they actually
and really overcoming with the rules of. I've never watched a Bollywood movie before.
They're really long. I don't really watch them.
You know, I'm lying. I said that. I remember my teacher I had in grade 7. She was West Indian. No, my bad. South Asian.
Yes.
And May is like what, South Asian month?
Yeah.
So all right. So I'm a little cultured.
It's actually Asian Heritage Month, but like obviously Asian.
What I say?
Asia. You said South Asian Month.
South Asian month.
All of Asia.
Oh, all right, Asian month. All right.
Yes.
You're Asian, right?
Yes.
I should start calling brown people more Asian too.
They do that in England. In England, brown people are referred to as Asians.
I should start doing that. Just get that. Just to make sure it's a little easier.
Okay.
Because I have a large Asian population in Brampton.
Okay.
All right. Let me get further. So Bollywood movies. Yes. I remember seeing that in grade 7. My teacher, she was celebrating Asian Heritage Month and stuff like that. We saw a lot of Bollywood. Well, a couple. Let me say 2 or 3.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit. It's about overcoming. It's about toppling the opposition. And sometimes the parents are trying to force you to be in love with someone else, but you gotta break through it and you'll find your love.
Yeah. No.
I don't know why they teach that in a whole bunch of movies, but then again in the culture, it's like, yo, that's frowned upon. So let's end this off.
Yeah.
Interracial relationships can work.
Yeah.
You just thought you can't base it on race.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Don't base the relationship on race.
I think we should just do one last topic.
You want to talk?
We keep getting interrupted.
Yeah, we want to talk about this Victoria's Secret thing, or you want to talk about this girl setting up her boyfriend?
I kind of want to talk about the girl setting up her boyfriend.
Bruh, let me.
Because I haven't read this.
That thread, crazy. Let me tell you, man.
Okay, yeah. Explain
so hold on. Let me just get this off. This whole Victoria.
Oh, I did read this.
Did you read that? Yeah,
I read this like yesterday or the day before.
That shit was wild. Oh, let me just say this Victoria's Secret thing receiving backlash because of an exec response said when asked about plus size, he's like, "Yo,"
transgender model.
Yeah, bro. Like bro. If you're gonna be offended because some fat chicks can't walk the runway and some girls who were men,
turn
into females. I think you're putting your energy in the wrong place, bro. Sometimes people don't want to see that.
It's
especially
exactly,
in lingerie.
Well, that's what he was saying. His response wasn't necessary. His response wasn't no. It was just that we decided not to because the show is about fantasies.
Yeah.
Most males, that's not their fantasy, which is cool. Whatever. Yeah. It also kind of just briefly brought me back to the whole Genuine thing. Genuine was on some interview thing, and a tranny tried to kiss him, like a transgender tried to kiss him. And I don't know if that's derogatory or not, but he turned down the kiss, like, and then everyone got all offended, but like, why? That's his preference. That there's nothing wrong with having a preference.
I don't want no you know why I don't want no transgender person kissing me and shit like that? It's because you know why? The minute something comes out, I'm being slandered over the media. And so with that, and transgender hold that above certain celebrities, like they did that. The what's his name? Something Ball. They got that the Bobby Valentino. They're doing that right now to Young Buck.
That's like the thing. Like it's
they're weaponizing their shit.
And it's all about preference. If you don't like transgender people, fine. If you don't like plus size people, fine. I'm not saying go up there and start slandering them on the timeline all fucking day, but if that's not your preference, then that's fine. Like, I don't really see much wrong with that.
And I don't see nothing wrong. People
are just overly, they want to be included in every single thing. And it's like, not all women are included in I wasn't called to be on the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and I'm not plus size, and I'm not a transgender. Yeah. I'm pretty fit. So like, but I'm not out here hurt about it. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's a prime example of people being overly sensitive and expecting to be included in everything.
Yeah, that whole plus size shit, just get that all over. If you big boned, then you be big bone somewhere else.
Exactly.
Fuck you complain about.
Exactly.
Fuck, get out of here. Yeah, that exec shouldn't be under no fire. And plus, people are going to forget about it because we live in that type of society where no one really gives a fuck.
And they even said they don't make lingerie for plus size or transgender people specifically. So why would they feature that?
Baby, get fit, little baby.
Yeah, so
you lose some weight.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, continue on this.
Oh, yeah.
You explain it because I don't really know how to explain it without rambling on.
All right, we already know how it is. You can't trust these thoughts. You listen to little Mona Lisa, you already know what's going on, bro. All right, so this chick named Sabrina Starr on Facebook, she was dating this little white boy out in little Missouri and shit like that. I don't know what wrong between them, but she hired some dudes, some tattoo dudes. I want you to go take a hit on my little baby.
Okay, this is what went wrong between them. They were what's it called? The tattoo guy was rooming with this Sabrina girl's boyfriend and friend. Yeah. Okay. And then they kicked him out. I don't know why I can't remember why they kicked him out, but they kicked him out. And so then the tattoo guy was living with Sabrina, and he was just living with her boyfriend as well. So now this tattoo guy's living with this guy's girl. Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing.
All right. So, dude got kicked out the crib, started living with the dude's girlfriend. He's piping her out too, giving her all that tattoo dick and shit like that, giving her free tats and shit like that. Dude didn't like that. Girl was like, you know what, you be giving me this type of dick. I'm speculating this. I'm not. She's dead.
We don't know about the dick, but the tattoos, yes.
Yeah. And so one thing turns to another, and then she gets convinced that she wants to kill her boyfriend. And so, dude, what did she pay him?
No, she didn't. She stole a gun out of a car one night, and then she sold him the gun for free tattoos, and he said, okay, sure. Yeah. So he tattooed her, whatever. And then what had happened was, basically the night that they decided, so Louis, which is the tattoo guy, took the gun, drove to his old house, and killed Josh, another roommate, and seriously injured 2 others.
So that means you didn't even finish the job.
Okay. So apparently the night that Sabrina's boyfriend was murdered, her and the tattoo guy were in the car along with someone else named Anderson on the way to the house.
He's Asian.
Yes. When Louis which actually shocked me. When Louis got out of the car, he was on the phone with Sabrina as he entered the home. Sabrina put her phone on speaker. Both her and Anderson listened as her boyfriend and his roommates begged for their lives before they were shot. Damn. After they were murdered, the tattoo guy came out the house covered in blood and drove back to Sabrina's house.
God damn.
Then she's posting all these statuses, about the murder and stuff and how she misses her boyfriend and posting pictures of herself crying.
You can't trust these thoughts.
Yeah, which, side note, why do people post pictures of themselves crying? That shit is corny as fuck. Stop.
Can't trust thoughts, man.
And then, a few days later, Louis' girlfriend came up from New Jersey, burned his clothing. So they, mind you, they were both in relationships, but both living with each other, which is weird. And then he realized he left witnesses, so he planned to kill her and Anderson as well. Anderson and Louis' girlfriends turned themselves in before he could do so, and then
Anderson and his girlfriend.
Anderson and Louis' girlfriend turned.
Oh, so he wasn't giving her dick. So why is this girl? Hold on. My bigger question is, let me.
I don't know. The whole thing is a mess. But they all died except for Anderson got thrown in jail, and Louis. I don't think Louis died either. But
and
Sabrina
his girlfriend's
got
in
killed
jail.
too.
Yeah, his girlfriend's in. But my thing is, why is his girlfriend allowing him to stay with another chick, bro? Like, what's going on here?
Maybe she doesn't know.
And the fact that you killed. Well, come on, bro.
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't know. But this guy was essentially trying to get rid of all the witnesses of him committing these murders, and then he just ended up killing everyone, which shit is crazy. Like, really crazy. The whole thing was a mess.
Update: I have reached the people I reached out to the people about the story that actually know these people. This shit's sad and scary as hell. I feel bad for everyone.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Crazy girls.
Right, you can't trust thoughts, man.
I'm so normal, it's ridiculous.
You can't trust thoughts. Like, when I read this, I'm like, look, you know what? You can't trust thoughts, and you gotta date women who have something to lose.
Yeah.
You can't. You're dating a chick that got a red tattoo above her eye, bro. Like, she got tats everywhere.
They look like they're like 14 too.
Yeah, this shit look like a fucking mess. This shit look like all bad.
I don't know, man.
She has a teardrop on her eye, and she's talking about, I miss my dude so much, and you got the dude killed.
Yep.
For what? A free tattoo?
Yep.
Like, your life is trash, bro. And so you're dead. You're dead now.
Yep, they're all dead.
You're dead. You think they're gonna make a movie out of this?
Nah, I don't think it'll get.
You know what? They're gonna make a movie out of that famous viral story of, remember that girl partying the stripper and she went all that type of shit and she went to Miami. Remember that viral Twitter story that this girl was posting?
No. Explain the story.
I can't remember the story. It was like 2-3 years ago.
I don't remember.
It went viral. And it went viral. People were talking about it for days. Cause she said, like, she met this pimp and she was being a stripper, and it was just like a crazy weekend. I think it was a crazy weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should make a movie out of my life.
All right, it's not that interesting.
Way to expose me.
Yeah. So like, the thing is, I'm looking at this, I'm like, damn, maybe the bitch got what she deserved.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The whole thing was fucked up. I don't know, man.
And the fact that dude left 2 people seriously injured, you didn't finish the job regardless if you're gonna kill Anderson, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you did that, it was like, bro, you shouldn't.
Oh my God, she also has a child with a different baby daddy, who she was also claiming at the time.
Oh, see, you can't trust these.
Oh my God, ew! And it's like some old white guy.
Where did you see that?
Oh my God, just scroll down.
She
has a child with a different man who she was also claiming at the time the tea is hot. Underneath the GIF, the moving GIF, whatever the fuck you call it.
Which one?
You probably passed it. Oh my God.
Here is a direct link to the official police report. Is that one?
No.
Want me to click on the GIF?
No, it's underneath that.
I'm looking.
Underneath the one of Ryan Gosling.
Right. Oh, you want me to scroll all the way down?
Yeah. No, you already scrolled further down.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, move up. But anyways, yeah, the whole thing is fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's going on in life. So, fellas.
Oh my God, my cousin replied in this. I just found my cousin in the thread.
Fellas, what I want you to do is stay away from women who don't have anything to lose, and be more protective about who you spend your time with and who you let inside your house. You know, you can't let everyone know where you live, and you gotta vet them.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. That was another episode.
Sorry, guys. We were interrupted a lot of times today. It was very aggravating.
We're at an hour 30. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ending on a little somber note.
Also, next week's episode might be a little dated because we have to record it a few days early because I'm leaving for Mexico.
Yeah, she gonna meet some nice little Mexican man.
No, I'm going to have fun and be drunk all day and tan.
Okay,
that's it.
Be safe out there, all right?
I will.
All right, don't let no drunk guys try to push up on you.
I won't.
You know what I mean?
I'm only fucking someone if they're like a 15 out of 10. I've only ever met one 15 out of my 10 in my life.
All right, so I just, regardless if you meet a guy who's 15 out of 10, just say no.
Okay.
Just
what
don't
if he's
consent.
really hot? What if I want to have sex with him?
Just say no to yourself.
Says the guy who went to Jamaica. Actually, we're not gonna bring it up. It's never.
You know what? One day I'm gonna talk about what's going on after I don't feel so bad about it. Yo, Ryan. All right, so. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Educating the Reckless podcast. If you want to find us, we are on YouTube. We are on Audio Mac. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google Play, and a whole bunch of other platforms for your convenient pleasure. All right? And you will be listening and hearing us again next week because this is what we do. We go and we put in work.
Yep.
All right? So this has been another episode of the Educated and Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo P.
And
okay, let me just. All right. This has been another episode of the Educating the Reckless podcast with your host Apollo P. and
No Better Nina.
And we're out.